Everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in to listen in for the next few minutes concerning prayer. Just want to kind of open my heart and let you know some thoughts that the Spirit has given me concerning prayer, because it can be difficult to pray. Even when I started my own ministry, not my ministry, but when I started ministry, pastoral ministry, developing the habit of prayer wasn't as easy, right? It's easier said than done. But there's some insight into it that we see in the Bible that I think can motivate you and me to search for prayer, to look for that specific time where we come to speak to God. So in Exodus chapter 30, God tells Moses specific instructions that there should be an altar of incense. You have candles today. My wife, she loves candles. They bring a special scent, especially those candles that are very aromatic. Well, there's some type of connection to that also in the Old Testament altar of incense. The type of incense that was supposed to be burned there was also aromatic, but it had a specific formula. It was special. You couldn't duplicate that formula anywhere else. God himself said it is forbidden to duplicate the specific aromatic incense formula that was to be burned on that altar of incense. What is also important is where this altar of incense was placed. And it was placed right outside the most holiest place, the most holy room where the Ark of the Covenant was, where God's presence would come, where his glory was. So it was right outside that curtain, right in front of the curtain. So before you go into that holiest of holies, which is what the Bible calls it, you would see the altar of incense right there. And why is both of these things important? Why would we care about, the special formula? Why would we care about the aromatic, the scent that it would have? Why would we care about the geographical place of where the altar of incense was placed? Well, it turns out that in Psalm 141, Revelation 5, Revelation 8, we see that the incense actually represents our prayers going to God. It represents the prayers of the saints. Now, I love in the way that God describes this, because if it represents our prayers, what it's saying that this incense represents, the aroma that was coming out of that altar of incense, it would fill the whole sanctuary, the tabernacle, and it would even go into the most holy place, into the presence of God. And when we think about our prayers, I want you to think about this. Our prayers represent the depths of our heart, of our soul. They represent our sins. They represent our rawness. They represent our dreams. They represent those things that sometimes we're afraid of sharing with the public. It represents our desires, our praise, the depths of our soul. The fact that the incense represents our prayers, represents all of that, shows us how much it means to God. It shows how much he longs for us to come to him with all of that. The way to do that is through prayer. And it's very unique to God. The fact that he said that the formula was supposed to be very specific, unique, and it was forbidden to be duplicated. Nobody else could use that formula, meant that it's so special to God. Nothing is like you and I coming to him in the rawness of our soul and just opening up to him like a friend, like our God. See, prayer has to be more than just asking for something. It's coming to God with our whole soul. The instructions end, in that part at least, of the altar and incense by saying that is most holy to God. It is most holy to God. It is sacred. It is separated. By definition, the word holy means set apart. That moment of prayer is set apart, not only for you and me, right? We talk about it. We should set apart. We should. But it's a special moment for God. God is giving us insight on how precious, how amazing that moment is, when in our rawness and with our guilt, with our confession, with everything, with our praise, with our happiness, with our sadness, with everything we come to him. That is special to him. We have to see that. And as we see that, at least as I saw that, as I see that more, those moments become very special. They're special to us because first they're special to him. Really hope you guys got a little bit of insight out of this. Share me your thoughts if you want to. I hope that you would be led to developing the habit of coming to that God who awaits, who says it's unique, who says it's a special moment when we come to him with our whole soul. Hope you guys have a good one.